Hey folks, this is Billy DKY, the truth seeker that simplifies and demystifies. This is probably going to be at least a two-part video, so if you want to watch the second part of this video, go down to the video response, and the second video, the next video in this series will be there, so you can just click on it. Okay, and second, your warning. I have not mastered this yet, so it's probably going to be a couple more weeks, maybe a month, maybe 3 months, but I will eventually conquer it, and when I do, I'll probably do another one. I may wait 6 months after that even just to confirm that I know what I'm talking about completely. But I've been doing this for 5 years, roughly. So, I mean, what I'm telling you is pretty solid knowledge, but just, you know, you always need to protect yourself, and you need to be thinking for yourself. I'm just giving you ideas and places to look to make real progress. Okay. With that said, let's move forward. We all know that overeating is bad for you. We all know that. We've seen people weigh 1,000 pounds and you just know that's not right. We've also seen people in Nazi concentration camps. We know that's not right. We know if you don't eat, you're going to die. It's not a mystery either way. So the real question isn't should you overeat or undereat. The real question is how do you judge hunger? Because what we're trying to do, we're trying to find that optimal peak where if you eat this amount, you know, it's number one. You can't beat it. And that's what we're going to get to in this video. It's what we're going to address. It's what we're going to answer that question. So, let's see here. Okay, so how do you judge hunger? Do you judge hunger based on a thought process? Oh, society tells me I should eat 3 meals a day. That's what I should do. Nope. Somebody said you should eat 7. You should graze. Your intellectual mind is not the place to be judging hunger. I mean, not so you can't use it a little bit, but do you judge it on your ears? On what you hear? I mean, your ears may lead you to food, but it ain't gonna, you shouldn't judge it on your ears. Should you judge it on your nose? Again, your nose can lead you to food, but it ain't necessarily the ultimate judge on it. Same with your eyes. How about my body? Oh, my stomach's growling. I'm hungry. You don't judge hunger based on a sensation of your body. That's probably a really good indication that you're not hungry because you got food churning in your body. You know, your body's churning it to get more calories and nutrition out of that food that's in you. So that's not it. You don't judge it on a sensation. Oh, I'm getting a headache. I show I'm hungry. That's probably your body detoxifying from you not eating. It's probably letting off toxins and giving you a temporary headache. So no, you don't judge it on any of those. So how do you judge it then? Pretty simple. Where do you put the food at in the first place? Right there. That's how you judge food. That's the ultimate way to judge food is on your tongue. By way foods taste. Okay. So make sure blah blah blah. So next question is what kind of food should you put on your tongue? Now obviously if you brought props in, since like I said I'm doing one video a day, we got time to do this thing right. How about that? Yeah, that's not the right kind of food to eat. You know what? It's packed full of pleasure. That's what it's all about. It's pleasure. That's why they call it junk food, because that's exactly what it is. It's junk. It's gonna rot your teeth. Look, open your mouth. Go look at your teeth. That's right. You got cavities. That's probably the reason right there is why you got it. Because the food sucks. I mean, you love it. Don't get me wrong. Like a crack addict loves crack, but it ain't no good for you. Okay, so let me make sure I'm where I'm at. So basically you can't trust your tongue. Just like, you know, you just can't trust your tongue. What kind of foods do you taste? And what kind of foods do you eat? You eat these kind of foods. Plain, simple, Brazilian nut, uncooked, unsalted, unseasoned in any way. So what you do is, you do this. Couldn't really taste it. So I'm not hungry, so I'm going to lay it down. I'm not going to eat anymore. I'm listening to what my tongue has just told me. This is food. It's energy. It's the best kind of energy. I'm not saying this particular, but just plain, simple, bland foods are the best. So notice, I wasn't hungry, so I stopped eating. Now, if it would have tasted delicious, I would have kept eating it. I would have kept eating them until they no longer taste delicious. So that is the optimal in food. Now, I just tried this, and I didn't want any more because I wasn't hungry. I guarantee you if I ate this thing right now, I bet I'd probably eat 3 or 4, maybe even 6 of those things. But I'm not even going to allow myself to go there, just like I wouldn't allow myself to take crack, heroin, or any other illicit drugs. Hell, I wouldn't even allow myself to probably take pharmaceutical drugs unless I absolutely had to. So, how this thing looks to you is directly, so your attitude towards this food is because this food exists. Now, let's say you've eaten a bunch of this, a bunch of junk food, and somebody offers you this food. Let me switch angle the other way. Okay, so you're on this side of hunger. You're saturated. So if you took a bite of this now, it wouldn't taste delicious at all. It'd be like, ugh, that's bland, it's nasty. However, if you went without eating for a while, your hunger get past where like, wow, this tastes delicious. I've got to a point where like, man, it was so delicious. Like, I was watching Survivor, and this is not the right fruit probably, but they, obviously it'd been like a week or two, and then Jeff Probst come in there and gave this girl fruit, and she was eating it. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't this. And she's like, oh my God, it's orgasmic, it's so good. Now notice the difference was, she was truly hungry. She was way over here. And this thing was absolutely delicious. But however, none of you probably really ever get to where this is delicious. You're like, yeah, it's okay, I can taste it. You're probably over here a lot of times. So these kind of foods, like somebody says, why do plain simple foods taste so bland? It's because you ain't hungry. Real simple. I mean, look at wild animals. They eat each other's flesh. That's because they're really hungry. You know what I'm saying? And they probably think it's delicious. And likewise, if you truly get hungry, this food will be delicious. This food will be delicious. Plain wheat will be delicious. Plain peanuts will be delicious. So you're eating out of ignorance in one form or another. You're eating because you're trying to hide from some emotion. You're eating because you've been told that's what you're supposed to do, and you just don't know any better. You've never met anybody that's really doing it right. Anyway, so the ultimate in food is taste the bland. This has been known for quite some time. Lao Tsu pointed this out 2,500 years ago in the Tao Te Ching. And that's a really good book if you want to read it. He said he only talked about food in 3 words: taste the tasteless. I've changed it to taste the bland because taste the tasteless, is not as, maybe it's a bad translation even. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, that book's a great book. If I was going to get a translation, that's the one I'd get. So anyway, the ultimate food is taste the bland. Notice how it's summarized in 3 words. Ain't that amazing? That ain't what you hear from society. No, Atkinson, I got a whole book. No, Weight Watchers, we got a whole series. It's like nobody ever talks about the ultimate truth. It's like, I don't get it. It's not that hard to figure out. Why is nobody even looking? Nobody wants to talk about it. I'm getting a little short on time, about 30 seconds. Like I say, this is already going to run over to at least 2 videos, maybe 3. And again, you can look at the title to tell if it's 2 or 3. And again, at the bottom, you can just click on the video response, and you'll go to the next video. Okay, I've covered that. I'm videotaping. Alright, folks.